Hello YouTube, and welcome to my channel. For those of you who are here for the first time, thanks for stopping by. I hope you stay. And for those of you who are returning, welcome back. I'm glad you came back. Today I'm going to be sharing a story of a real life experience that happened when I was a little kid, when I was out with my stepdad one day. It was actually in the evening time. And this was like in a small section of what I would consider like that was part of the Asian community of what I witnessed and saw. But let's begin. So when I was a little girl, I was with my stepdad one day. My stepdad was going to this church. When I mean going, like he was just stopping by there to take care of some business. Back at that time, he was kind of doing some type of Christian type business. And I think this guy had some information to give him or a tape to give him. I didn't know exactly what was going on. I just knew it had something to do with some type of Christian business stuff. Now, this is the first time I've ever seen this church. And it was just me and my stepdad that day. And he took me by this church, and it was in the evening time. So we come into this church, and now you got to remember, I was really young at this time. So this was the first time I ever seen anything like this in person, if I can remember correctly. So my stepdad was talking to this guy. It was an Asian guy. I don't know what type of Asian they were. I just knew they were Asian. And this was in the Los Angeles area. And this was like an Asian church in the Los Angeles area. And from my understanding, it was a Christian church. So the Asian guy takes my stepdad to the back, like into this back office. I kind of remember standing outside the back office and paying attention to what was going on. And I remember looking up and around, and I saw like these big like picture frames. That's what it looked like. And so these big picture frames, see, I don't know if these were pictures or mirrors. All I know is there was big white covers over these big giant frames that was on the wall. I remember the frames were really big and they were covered. And I don't know why these pictures or these mirrors, wherever they were all covered. They were hanging on the wall, and there was like a, if I can remember, like a off-white colored covers hanging over these pictures or mirrors, whatever they were. And I was like, wow, what is this? I remember thinking it was weird. But my attention mainly was directed to the front of the church. So there was like this Asian minister that was standing in the front. And I mean, it was nothing but Asian people at this church. I don't remember seeing any other race. It was just all Asian people. And I mean, I don't know if they were Chinese or Korean. So I really I couldn't guess. I just, like I said, I was a kid. All I knew is that they were Asian. And so this pastor, I wanted to say priest, but this was a Christian church, I believe. So this pastor was standing in the front, and he was praying over people, and there was people lining up for this man to pray over them. And I'm telling you, I'm going by the best of my memory. I remember one by one, they would drop to the floor. It was almost like they were contorting. And if I can remember correctly, it was loud in there. And the minute he would touch them and pray for them, they would drop on the floor and like make these noises almost like demons was coming out of them. And so I remember there was like nobody sitting anymore. Everybody was lined up. As a matter of fact, I don't remember ever seeing them sitting. I think we came like in the middle of like whatever, in the middle of whatever they were doing, right? And so my stepdad and the Asian guy came out from the back, and then that's when I remember the Asian guy explaining to me and my stepdad that these people were converting from Buddhism, I guess, to becoming Christian, and this was like a deliverance service. So these people were getting delivered and coming out of the Buddhist religion. I was like, wow. And I remember seeing like one of the people on the floor. I believe her face was turning red and I can't remember if she was growling or making some type of noise. I can't remember what she was doing. I just remember it looking like these people, like the demons in these people were manifesting. Now, I'm not trying to disrespect them or talk about bad about them or anything like that. I'm just telling you that's how it looked. I just know that they were having a reaction to this man praying over them, and they must have somehow knew that these people needed to be delivered being tied to that religion. So they were coming out of this religion, from my understanding. Well, I'm not the type of person that think just stuff just happens just by happenstance, right? I think everything happens for a reason. And for me to see that and witness that as a child, I mean, the thought that I have now, is that should not have been my first time seeing that. Growing up in a Christian church, I should have seen that. I should have been used to seeing that. I should have seen that a long time ago. But why am I not seeing it? Because a lot of Christian churches, from my understanding, maybe they're not where they're supposed to be, or maybe they're afraid to do it. Maybe they're afraid to tackle this type of task. Because from my understanding, every believer is supposed to be able to cast out demons and pray for the sick and get them healed through the blood of Jesus and so on. But that's my time, you guys, and that's my video. I hope you learned something from it. Please like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment. I would like to know what you think. Thank you, and God bless. Have a great day.